Hey everyone, so welcome to the stream. Let me just quickly see if my stream is live or not. Just give me a second. I don't know if I'll be notified or not. Just trying to check the same. Just one issue, small issue. Forgot to add thumbnail. Just give me a second. Play out a good thumbnail here. Yep, I do have it. There we go. Yep, let's go. Let's start with building something. So yeah, I can show you what I'm building right now. So that's basically my front end code. I'll move it up here. This is my front end code. It's initializing TypeScript, and this is my back end code. Just make them full screen real quick. This one up here as well. Oh crap, there was something on my screen. pm run dev, so my Next.js project will be starting, and here I can do npm run debug to start my backend. Right, let's open up and see. Localhost 3000. Let's see what's the progress right now. Okay, we have our project and everything up here. We have some things up here. Once we click it over, yeah, the last time what we were doing is whenever we were clicking this, we were not able to reach our page. So I'll just quickly open the things that we need the most. ChatGPT, obviously we need ChatGPT over here. Let me just refresh this page to see if anyone joins in. Okay, all right, let me try and refactor the code. I'll see if there's any chat or anything. Don't hope there will be, because I'm not having much of a subscriber right now. So anyways, yeah, so what I was going for here is creating a ID page over here and doing this, but I need to confirm it from the Next.js new page with page ID. Let's see, page and layout, how does it work? Page router, I'm using app router. So an app routing, layouts and templates. So basically what I will be having here is like I'll need to create a layout, which is this. You can define a layout by exporting a React component in the layout file. That is fine. The slug is basically if I want to use something. Let's see, dynamic routes, because I need segment can be wrapping a folder name in square brackets. All right, by our passed as parameters layout, page and root. Okay, since the param prop is a promise, you must use async await or react use function to access the values. in version 11, and earlier params was a synchronous prop to help with backward compatibility. So all segments and all, I don't have to bother about them. Let's see what else we can do. Okay, so stay logged out and just let me quickly complete this website. Okay, so over here in the page, it was saying that we need some dynamic routes. So what that means is, like, we need to make this params and then we can do this slug as string. So maybe that might work. So maybe let's do insert over here. Right, what's there? Params and promise. Okay, so the page will have a bracket and params here. How to create a new page using ID in Next.js. I do have an app router, so what's the issue that is coming? Projects and then ID, and I am passing the both of them. Let me just quickly make it full screen. Come on, man. Come on. Yep. Yeah. So projects and ID, and from where I'm getting it is my page layout. So from here, once I click on any project, so that will be inside the project.ts. Once I click on any ID over here, it will go to slash projects and ID. Let me just remove the slash and see. That was the issue. The hardest thing is just finding out the issue. It's already failed to load page, so yeah. And if I add this also, then it's gonna be the same, I think. Is there an issue? One issue. I think the parameter is a bit bigger. Parameter is the issue. Like in the project's ID, the parameter that we are choosing is of issue. So let's see. Let me try one thing. Let me try adding a page.tsx up here as well. Maybe that is the issue. This is too big of a URL. Let me try to do one thing. Let me try sending it without the parameters. Maybe that works. Instead of data as string and parameters, let me just try sending this as the full URL. Just let's see that. What's the issue? Even without the full URL, it is causing an issue. I've made the full URL already. Maybe I'm not trying to refresh it. Let me just go open localhost 3000. Yeah, so this is working without URL. It's coming out to be fine. With URL, it's giving me some issues. So if I put the URL up here, if I refresh it, if I click on it, it's going to give me some issue because there's a big URL that's coming around with it. Okay, so we need to pass on the page data to the other page, but we can't pass it as URI. Let's see if we can use some sort of state variable to do that. How to pass object when navigating from /project to /project/id route Next.js project. Let's see. This is the query parameter method. This is the query parameter. This, I think, get server side prop is something that we can use, or get initial props. If you want to keep your URL cleaner, yes, we do. We do want to keep that cleaner. So cleaner, you could use a dynamic route with get server side props to fetch the necessary data when you visit Plum. Okay. Oh, okay. So it created actually a method in which you can just pass the context. I don't know where that context was created, but you can just get that context from the ID. ID you can get from context.parameters. Okay. And using this ID, you can go back to this get server side props, and then you can get the context you can get from ID from here. Router.params, I don't know what this get server side props is. Let's see over here. Dynamic routes. Yep. Yeah, this is one thing that we can do. From here I'll be passing on the ID, that is fine. I can just remove this query, right? I can remove the query string as well, and I can just push the full URL. While doing that, I can just do one more thing, which is like create a method over here which will be default constant, something like that, but it is outside of the whole project stuff. Outside constant export default function get project from ID, right? And then you can get like the ID from ID string from somewhere, and then it can just use instant project equals to get project from ID, oh sorry, project, and then passing down the ID. Get project can be here, something like constant, not between two methods, maybe here. Constant get project can be ID of string, and then it can just do I don't know if there is some sort of a global parameter there to get server side prop or not. I like the third option in which we are passing down using a state variable. That's what I did initially, but since I've started building this project, I have not found that to be available. That's why I didn't do that. So in the second approach, what he is suggesting is basically to get a project details from model. Okay, then project context type, you create one here, and project provider, you create that. Project details, you state project details or whatnot, and then engulf over with the children. Okay, since you're already you can pass them into a global state or context and retrieve them. Okay, what about the third way of passing using state? First and second I get. That's bad. Yeah, the state variable will be lost every time the page refreshes, so that is a bad thing. So that might cause me some issues. That's why I can use this one. Don't want set of project detail, but yeah, I will have to still create one. And this everything will come under the provider, because like this page props, that's where my projects is. Okay, so in here only I can just the only issue that I'm seeing here is like a lot of code changes, and the project thing is coming in the very root directory. I don't want it in such a like root place, so not sure what I can do. This is slash, then we need another route which is page, right? Project we don't need one, so the page that we are using here, we can modify this itself. Okay, I think that's the only way that I see now, which is to go up here in the layout, change this user context, because by right set object details, we have to dispatch, and then we have set state action of object details. right? This is fine. Then I can just go back in the React. I can just create a constant of project details, set project details. I can just do selected project and set selected project here in selected project, set selected project. Over here I can just do state project details or null. Just set it out to be null over here. In the here I can just set project selected project and set selected project, right? What's up with it? Selected select set selected project. No, done. What's up with it? I think I wrote the name here different here. Selected project layout is fine now. Okay, up here in the page I can just do